Hey folks, this is Sean with Archery Talk. I've been wanting to do a tuning video for everybody and kind of give you an idea of a little method we call the quick tune. Very simple method. You don't need really a whole lot of stuff to do it. What you do need is you need a target face with a piece of electrical tape running straight across it. And what you'll do, when you get your bow and you get it set up, you've got your rest on, your sights on, your stabilizer on, peep sight installed, you got your arrow, you got your knocking loop on. What I want you to do is I want you to take your arrow, put it on the bow. Kind of eyeball the height of the rest. Make sure you know it's pretty horizontal from your knocking point through your rest. Look down the center, line your string up in the center of your riser. Line your string right down the center of the arrow at the same time. So basically what you're looking at is you got your string in the middle of the riser and right down the center of the arrow shaft. Give you a real good idea of where to start. Then what I want you to do is I want you to take this target, put it on the target butt at 10 yards, okay? Walk back to 10 yards, shoot at this black line. Move your sight until you are dead in the middle of that black line. After you've accomplished that, your sight's set right at 10 yards, I want you to go back to 20 yards. Use the exact same pin, shoot the exact same spot in the line. By doing this, what you're seeing is if your knocking point is at the right height. The speed of the bows today, you should not lose anything from 10 to 20 yards. So when you get to 20 yards, I want you to aim directly at the center of that line with the same pin that you just sighted in at 10. Shoot. Once you've shot, say you hit a ½ inch low of the line, shoot one more arrow to see if that's consistent. So now you got two shots a ½ inch low of that line. So what this should tell you is that your knocking point is a little bit high. That's why your arrow hit a little bit low. So if you look at the serving on your string, you'll notice that it is done one direction or the other, depending on what string you're shooting. And you can take your knocking loop and take it one rotation up or down. You have to look at your serving to see which way you need to go. But you'll take your knocking loop, and in this circumstance where you're hitting low, you want to take your knocking loop one rotation down the string. Then I want you to shoot that bow again at 20 yards. By doing this, you might need one rotation, you might need two rotations. But by doing this, what you're going to find is that you're going to hit in the center of that line at 10 and 20 yards. What this has done is set your knocking point at the exact right spot. Now we're going to work on your center shot. You know your height's perfect. You're ready to go. Now I want you to go over to the target butt, and I want you to flip this paper this direction. I want you to put the black line vertical. Go back to 20 yards, shoot at 20 at that line. Move your sight pin accordingly, left or right. Once you get the shot to hit dead in the center of that line at 20 yards, now let's move on back and check the center shot of your bow. Walk back to 40. You can either use your 20-yard pin and just aim at the top of the line, or you can use, move a pin up a little closer, make it a 40-yard pin. Once you do that, you're going to shoot your bow, and if you hit, you're dead on at 20. So if you hit over on this side, you know that you hit 2 inches left. You need to move your rest just a touch to the right. Move it a little bit, shoot your next shot. What you're trying to accomplish here is 20 through 40 yards, you want to be in this line. Now you've set your center shot. Everything's good. You're good at 20. Your center shot's set. Now go back. Flip this back to the horizontal line. Now it's time to set the rest of your pins up. You know the 20-yard pin's good. Now move your 30-yard pin. Stand at 30 yards. Shoot at this horizontal line. Once you're in there, move back to 40 yards, 50 yards, and so on. It's a method that we use. It's called a quick tune. And I think if you guys try this out, it's going to make it a lot easier to tune your bows. You're not going to spend countless hours in front of a paper tuner getting frustrated and mad. Give it a shot and see if this doesn't improve your shooting.